Legislation requiring Illinois employers to pay the full state minimum wage failed to pass this year's legislative session. That's despite efforts to end Illinois' sub-minimum wage for tipped workers. Lawmakers and activists say they will continue fighting for one fair wage. The House Labor and Commerce Committee passed the bill in April despite bipartisan opposition. It did not get a vote on the floor. Its sponsor says that she's working with stakeholders to improve the legislation to bring it back.
We have made great strides toward a bill that is good for everyone, bridging the interests of restaurant workers and restaurant owners and helping to stabilize an industry that was so impacted by the pandemic.
Illinois law requires employers pay tipped workers at least 60% of the full minimum wage. Employers must make up the difference if tips do not equal the state's minimum wage.